Hello, Irene. Today I'm not going to read the English version of books, but I just want to try to read my writing of reflections. I just want to try my best. Okay, so it is about my reflection. Yesterday, I embarked on a journey deep within myself. My thoughts and emotions flowed in different directions like two rivers guiding me on their own path. And just one day, through writing, I came to face to face with myself, standing before two opposing truths. These truths confused me, yet they also came to me as pieces of my life. At first, I compared life to a work of art. My mind, thoughts, actions, and words were like materials of the delicate sculpture. The process of shaping, carving, and molding these materials was, I believe, the path to success and happiness in my life. This discipline had to be as sharp and precise as sculptures in a chisel, and it requires a constant self-mastery. My life was an art that I controlled, and I believed that on that day I was accomplished, I would feel true freedom. However, in the afternoon, after thought approached me, this time I saw life as a flowing water. The river flowed in the winding paths, revealing new landscapes indifferent to my will. No matter how hard I tried, some things just wouldn't work, while at times everything flowed effortlessly when I let go. It was then that I realized that perhaps the wiser choice was not to resist the turbulent waters, but to surrender to their flow. Life, after all, is like a river that cannot be controlled, and I felt that I must maintain my peace as I flowed with the current. These two contrasting thoughts, like two streams merging into one, opened a new perspective for me. It was the concept of the middle way. Life was not about choosing the streams at either end, but about connecting the spaces between them, finding freedom in discipline, discovering naturalness within control, and living a life in balance. This, I realized, was the path I must follow. Yet this did not mean accepting everything blindly. The events, people, emotions I face every day were like waves constantly crashing toward me. I had to learn not to chase these waves, but to simply observe them, accepting what was needed and then letting go of what was harmful. Living as natural as water flows while maintaining my own philosophy and values will make my life shine brighter. As I wrote, a question arose within me. Why do I feel the need to define and analyze life in so clearly? Perhaps this obsession is the very thing that confuses me. Life at its core is uncertain. In the midst of this uncertainty, true wisdom lies in avoiding unnecessary temptations and calmly embracing what can be accepted. Time is a master that clarifies all. When I look back at the past, I realize that what once felt like a nightmare has turned out to be a blessing to my life. The reasons that were clear at the time have become evident with the passage of time. Now I no longer feel the need to obsessively analyze or define any situation that arises. I choose to think this way. I may not understand now, but there must be a reason for this. In time, the master, time, will reveal to me. With this mindset, I will live in peace. Life is river flows beyond my will, yet within the river, I'm painting my own heart. In the process of refining and shaping myself, I am discovering the beauty of balance between discipline and freedom, control and flow. This is the path I must walk, and it is what will transform my life into true art. Okay, and next one. The life I'm living now is a sum of countless decisions I have made through my lifetime. If I had made good decisions with control, not swayed by emotions and fleeting circumstances, my life would likely have been closer to satisfaction and happiness. Ultimately, success and happiness in life depends on how much control I hold over our own lives. However, humans are deceived because it is our own life and our own body. We believe we have control over them. Realizing this arrogant illusion is the beginning. I believe my body and mind were entirely my own, but it was an illusion. Let me give an extreme example. My body is my unique position in this world, yet it does not obey my will. If humans could fully control their bodies, the world would be filled with people whose bodies are as beautiful as a sculpture, but such people are very few. When the new year comes and countless people make arrangements to exercise, but how few actually follow through. This reveals how fragile humans are and how much it is in control of the one body they have. How difficult it is to control the one body they have. What about my words and actions? When I look back one day, I often regret shameful actions and immature words, and I excuse myself by saying, "Oh, that was me." But what about my thoughts? Even if I try to hold on positive and exciting thoughts for 5 minutes, within a minute, meaningless thoughts flow my mind. Perhaps the things I do, say, and think are not under my control. My actions happen, my words happen, and even my thoughts may not be things that I concisely create, but things that happen to me. These come from the identity and nature inscribed in our unconscious. We call this personality. Life, then, as never say, to become the person I want to be, to become the ideal version of myself, requires a constant effort and energy. Through failure and reflection, I grow, fail again, and keep moving forward. This process is the journey of my life, and perhaps it's a true meaning. But is there anything more rewarding than to journey? It is not about becoming someone admired and respected by others. It is about becoming someone who respects and admires themselves, the person they spend every single moment of their life with. This process is in fact in the true meaning and value of life. Life is the art of sculpting oneself, and the masterpiece of the art is shaped by indecisions and control. Today, I once again become the sculptor within, refining myself with each decision and each reflection. And this journey of inner self-completion, I finally live my own life. Looking back on the past year, I find myself reflecting deeply on the journey I've taken. As I close one chapter and step into a new one, The gratitude and excitement I feel in this moment are truly profound. The past year wasn't just about discipline training. It was also filled with joy and happiness, though not without moments of doubt. I often questioned whether I was on the right path, whether I was truly growing. But now I understand that the journey itself was the growth. Practice and the progress are inseparable. There can be no progress without practice, and the practice without progress is meaningless. Holding on to this truth, I've walked a path where I discovered the treasures of freedom and confidence. Through failures, reflection, improvements, and growth, I experienced the joy of deep immersion, pouring everything into shaping the version of myself I admire. At some point, I found myself transformed into a person I had long aspired to be. This new version of me, which felt as natural as a second nature, brought unparalleled joy and inspiration. It was one of the most beautiful and meaningful moments of my life. Along the way, I learned the value of endless patience and consistency, and I gained a calm serenity along with the pride and the conviction that I could achieve anything. This realization had made me stronger. As I bid farewell to the past year, I've allowed myself the kindness of praise and encouragement. Now, as I step into New Year, I'm filled with an even greater anticipation and gratitude. I trust that everything I've experienced so far has made me shine brighter, and I look forward to continuing this journey of growth, embracing even more joy and accomplishments along the way. Irene, you've done so well up to now, and I hope you will continue just as beautifully in 2025, Irene. I'm so grateful that you're me. I'm always proud of you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. In the journey of my life, maintaining moderation is enduring challenge. Striving for balance and harmony instead of veering towards extremes isn't on to the best optimal path, yet putting the knowledge into practice is far from easy. As I work in a clearly define and uphold my boundaries, I often find myself caught in a dilemma. Could this act of setting boundaries be a form of selfishness, a way to avoid discomfort and not giving my best in relationships? These questions compel me to reflect deeply on myself, to maintain boundaries with dignity and fitness, and to grow into true adult amidst a world full of emotional immaturity. These aspirations sound ideal, but are extremely difficult to define and even harder to achieve. Thus, we couldn't honor our rules and navigate life. We learn to ignore provocations unrelated to us, to refrain from expressing every thought, and to avoid unnecessary involvement, quietly preserving one's dignity, approaching life with sincerity, and respecting both oneself and others. This is the effort to live as a genuine adult, embodied in the profound meaning. Yet the dilemma persists, and deeper relationships, thus withholding every thought, mean I hiding myself. Could it be that this is a choice of strong communication? On the other hand, could it also mean respecting each other's boundaries? Even in the closest of relationships, Such contradictory questions make it challenging to arrive at a clear answer. I still don't know which path is unequivocally correct. But perhaps life is about not rushing, taking things slowly, and navigating diverse experiences. At times, I may make decisions that obscure praise. At other times, I may feel embarrassed by my choices. But it is through this process that growth inevitably occurs. Today I cannot be certain whether the way I live is the right one, yet reading something that affirms my approach is wise and prudent has brought a sense of comfort to my heart. That is enough. I'm happy and deeply grateful. Okay, good job, Irene. Feel so tired. I don't know why it's conditioned like that. Okay. Good job, Irene.